Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BaHashem YAHAWASHI, BaHashem YAHAWADAH, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to my AHPARYAM, YAHAWAH, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from his final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto you that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Okay, so the thing is that a lot of times these people, all right, they, the people in this world, they like to make things, flip things around. What's right is wrong, what's wrong is right, and so on and so forth. What the hell was that? Anyway, the thing, in today's lesson, we're going to be talking about how people like to blame the victim, blame the person that retaliates, rather than blaming the person that initiates said conflict. Okay, now I've heard, even, and I've also been in said situation, okay, where either I was attacked or someone else was attacked. Okay, someone has been attacked, and then when they retaliated, all right, everyone and their mom, everyone and their mother is like, oh no, you shouldn't be fighting back, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. So I'm over here thinking or saying, either saying or thinking, okay, because it's multiple different instances, okay. So I'm just supposed to, or we are just supposed to allow ourselves to get beat the frick down, them just and whatnot, X, Y, and Z, and then wait and hope. Number one, hope that they stop, hope that they don't take things too far, hope that someone else comes and saves us, hope for this, that, and the third. We are not allowed to take it upon ourselves and either neutralize the aggressor or just get out the way or something like that. Which even then, when you try to get out the way, when you make an attempt to get out the way, they still will chase you or try to attack you. Okay, primarily Esau. Okay, which in that situation where I didn't want to get into a conflict, but he made it that way, and he is the one that's trying to force an engagement with me. All right, so. This is the thing. This is honestly something that I really hate, because I've also heard it from not brothers, but Jake in general. Jake has said or made the grievance that, oh, you know what? I hate this world because whenever someone's attacking family, we as black men are not allowed to defend ourselves or our families. Even when someone else is attacking us, like the laws that are set in place is make it so that like we have to just take any types of stuff. Like, and the thing that's crazy to me is like even schools, because I remember when I was in school, okay, they would always say you're not allowed to attack, and in all honesty, it goes back into this whole plantation Christianity, where they're trying to make people or believe that you are never allowed to fight back, and as a result they don't want Jake to ever rise up against Esau. All right, which we're not supposed to rise up against Esau. We're supposed to wait for the Lord YAHAWASHI to deliver us from Esau. Yes, but at the same time, the lesson that Esau tries to put is to forgive and forget. All right. So if someone stabs you or whatever, all right, then you're just supposed to forgive and forget, or let it, or you could be dying or whatever. And that's the thing that again, it's plantation Christianity, which the primary consumers of plantation Christianity is Jake. Okay, because you have these instances where there was this one Edomite devil cop that was just straight up like racist to Jake. All right. Oh, and it's like there's multiple instances. That's just one. But anyway, there's one instance where this fucking like I cannot have any respect for him. But this dumbass, all right, this Edomite devil woman cop, I believe, shot and killed this Jake's brother. And then this Jake, the brother, he went and said, "Can I please hug you? I forgive you, blah, blah, blah." And like, I'm over here in literal disbelief when my jaw dropped so far. Like, what is he doing? Like, what is he actually doing? Going to hug the murderer brother? That absolutely makes no sense in the slightest. All right. It really, I really don't know what to say. All right. Anyway, we also have this, okay. Where you have, you also have this where you have cases. It's like where with men hitting women, or it's like women hitting men. All right, and look at the title of the thing, okay? And this is Hong Kong. I just realized it's Hong Kong. So it says, the title of it says "Man Hits Woman in Hong Kong." And okay, yeah, right there you see the man. We don't know what was the cause of it, so I'm not gonna say that he's completely in the right. All right, but so he pushed her, I guess, and then she went over here, pushed him back, and then he attacked her. And then you see this woman that is, kind of attempting to de-escalate the situation. All right, so this is another with I couldn't find a better example, so Slovakia, but the point I'm trying to get at is the fact that even these women in a more serious situation, like say domestic abuse, when a woman is beating on her husband and she knows that her husband cannot attack her back, or if he does, then he's going to be in trouble, which is kind of crazy how conveniently the law always works in the in the abuser's favor for some reason. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've seen instances where the man actually was abusing the woman. All right, genuinely the man was the cause of it, which was actually one of my neighbors, I believe a couple of months ago. He was abusing his girlfriend, the woman that he was living with, and she did call the cops on him, and conveniently the cops didn't do jack shit. Okay, and again, like it's all in this whole matter of, like, if someone is evil, like, they're always protected, like, for some reason. Because the thing is, if it was like, if it's the woman hitting the man, and then the man, it's like the woman is abusing the man. All right, let's say situation, okay, and if Johnny Depp had actually hit her back, then Johnny Depp would have been, if Johnny Depp retaliated, then he would have been in trouble. He would have been arrested and all this stuff like that. And that, like, this is honestly just like the Lord honestly making this world, making the wicked thrive now. Okay, now why is that? Let's get into that, as a matter of fact. Oops, Slovakia. Oop, again. Okay, Luke chapter 6, verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophet. But I say unto you, which hear, love your enemies, do good unto them that hate you, bless them that curse you, and pray for them which despitefully use you. Oh well, this is I'm gonna get into that right quick, but But first, I want to get into here, into these scriptures first. Basically, it's saying that this is all the good stuff that's benefiting people now. It is their consolation, which consolation is like second place prize or a comfort for not being chosen or not being the winner, the absolute winner in something. Okay, now the reason for this, okay, which by the way, YAHAWASHI, I was actually looking for this. I was looking for these, by the way, before I made this. Anyway, the thing is that, yeah, this is all just a consolation. This is a consolation prize. Like, okay, yeah, you weren't worthy enough. You weren't chosen to be a part of the kingdom of Yahweh, okay, or the kingdom of heaven. So here you get to benefit off this. And in all honesty, we primarily, Jake, okay, when we suffer through stuff and we have to deal with this type of, oh, if you retaliate, then you're in the wrong, and we're gonna blame you X, Y, and Z and stuff like that. Okay, when this type of stuff happens, okay, which there can be instances where we do retaliate, as there was instances where some brothers did retaliate and they were not found guilty, you know, in the eyes of the law, thankfully. But it's all through the spirit of power, YAHAWASHI, because the Lord in charge. There are some instances, yes, and Slakia for constantly saying that, but it is a very complicated and widespread process and understanding that, to know that sometimes not everyone's going to be, and that's for me too, because when I gotten into a fight and I had showed video evidence that I was in fact innocent and I was attacked first. I showed the video evidence. I showed the Edomite that was trying to attack me. I showed him that he was blocking my path. I showed him that he initiated the confrontation and I retaliated. I literally had video evidence, but the reason why they didn't arrest him, obviously, is because number one, racism, obviously, and in addition to that, the fact that the Lord is just, I guess the Lord just did not have the proper, or did not want to judge him right then and there, and maybe the Lord has something worse going on coming to him, or even worse, or it's like or another possibility would be just the fact that for me personally, maybe I wasn't worthy of that kind of blessing, that maybe I wasn't worthy of that kind of thing at that point in time, and I still have to build myself up in the spirit to have a large spiritual bank account, so that the Lord can show favor in me in any and everything that I do, or maybe just another trial and tribulation that I had to go through. Okay, so there's many different things, and of course we may not truly understand anything and everything that the Lord does and sends our way, but we have faith that everything's going to work out, because I know, me personally, I'm gonna have patience. I'm gonna have patience. I'm gonna wait, and Yahawadah, the Lord will allow me to be able to see when that enemy that I had encountered. Okay, let me get this actually. So when I'm gonna see, oh my God, bear with me, lag, the computer's slowing down. Bear with me, Slakia. My internet's still good though. Okay, Sirach chapter 25 verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart, in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue, a man that hath joy in his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And that is the thing. It's still a collective of many things, but also, let me see where I just had in my head. Okay. Romans chapter 12 verse 19, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. So it's just a matter of, okay, yeah, I'm not supposed to be seeking revenge, but I have to have patience and have faith that the Lord will seek revenge on my behalf to those that wronged me, and by extension all those that had wronged us. Okay, so the ultimate lesson here, okay, what I'm trying to say is that we aren't supposed to seek revenge. No, we're not supposed to seek revenge. But of course, there are instances where we are supposed to defend ourselves. We can't, if we are able, okay, we do need to, defend ourselves. Like if there's just that's, kind of putting our lives in danger, then of course, and we can value our lives to defend ourselves, but we're not supposed to be going out and seeking fights, which I will say, that's what's going on in I believe HOI, Chief Ephraim. All right, yeah, he was kind of like, it wasn't really self-defense because he shouldn't have been there in the first place. We're not supposed to be tempting the Lord and putting ourselves in danger, which actually, beautiful precept. Let me see. What's it called? Verse 5, Slakia. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city and setteth him at the very top of the temple. All right, verse 6. And saith unto him, if thou be the son of Yahweh, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. And verse 7, Yahawashi said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power. Okay, so this is the matter of, with Chief Ephraim, and saying, oh, all camps come pull up or whatever against these people, that these Palestinians that are attacking us, XYZ, blah blah blah. Okay, and that's the thing. We're not supposed to be in danger, because even Yahawashi didn't put himself in unnecessary danger by saying, oh yeah, the Most High Yahweh is gonna save me if I'm in danger. So let me just jump off the highest part, the highest peak of a temple, and oh yeah, I'll be fine. The Lord's just gonna send his angels to save me. Like, no, that is stupid. And it's just a matter of like why would you do that in the first place? Like, you're going out of your way to try to cause something, to start something that doesn't need to happen. Okay, it's genuinely foolish. All right. But yeah, moving back on into this whole people getting mad at you for retaliating. Okay. Which, where is it? Okay, over here. Says, love your enemies, do good unto them which hate you, bless and curse you, and pray for them which despitefully use you. Okay, so the understanding for this is not a matter of just any enemies. Okay, Slakia, this is specifically for okay, so, or Slakia, more specifically, enemies that are in this truth, okay, because the Lord is going to destroy. Like, it's crazy how. Let me get that Slakia. In Jeremiah chapter 7 verse 16, therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear them. Okay, so now this just starts to seem like, oh, it's a contradiction in the scriptures. No, that's not the thing. It's the the point is that there are certain people that may be considered enemies that we aren't supposed to be praying for, and there's also certain people that may be enemies that we make an enemy of. Like, say for example, if a brother that is in this truth, doing what he's supposed to be doing, following the words of YAHAWASHI, okay, let's say he just wrongs me in some way by, like, oh, he accidentally steps on my shoes that I love so much or whatever, okay, then that might be a point of, oh yeah, he made an enemy out of me because he messed up my shoes, okay, he didn't pay for them back, which, yes, we're supposed to we're supposed to be practicing a lot of righteous acts, okay, but there may be some instances where there may be some instances where we might potentially, if not outright, wrong one another, okay? And the fact of the matter is that we give our brothers and sisters that are in this truth the benefit of the doubt to know that their intentions in when they wrong us isn't malicious. It was in genuine, honest mistake, or they're not going to go from stepping on your shoes to stabbing you, to punching you, beating you up, or something that is worse, or that can be taken to an extreme. And this is the difference between enemies in this truth and enemies of the world, okay? Because again, why would the scriptures say in Sirach 25:7, he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy? Why would that be the case if we want to see, why would we pray for someone? Why would we want good for them? Why would we hope that they change if we're going to see their fall? All right. So again, it's understanding the scriptures and understanding, who the group of people taught is being referred to when they say certain words in certain contexts, okay? Because the scriptures don't contradict themselves, okay? It's very coherent, and you just need the understanding and to be able to acknowledge, the differences in these types of stuff, okay? John 17 verse 9, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine, okay? And this once again, this goes back into who these are the type of people. There are the type of people that are seeking to wrong you maliciously, and also people that are making genuine mistakes, or don't have any real evil intent for you, okay? And you need to understand it and acknowledge the difference, all right? So as a result, when you have these people that say, "Oh, you need to stop, you need to stop, you need to stop, being wicked and whatnot, or you need to stop retaliating. You just need to let them do this and the third." While that is a kind of a proper way to deal with things, yes, but at the same time, it's not. All right, because you can't just let someone try to kill you. All right, in the worst possible case, or cripple you, or anything like that. You have to stop. You put a stop to it if you are able to. All right. So let me see if I can get this. Again, Matthew chapter 5, verse 38. Ye have heard that it is, and I might as well do the second thing, the retaliation, in another lesson. Matthew chapter 5, verse 38. Ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye, tooth. But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if any man will sue thee at the law, and take away thy coat, let him have thy coat also. And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain. Give to him that asketh thee, and from him that would borrow of thee, turn not thou away. Okay, but basically, he's basically like saying, like, okay, anything that someone does to you, anything that someone, in any way that someone wrongs you, just let it happen, let it go. Okay, and that also it primarily applies. Primarily, I will say primarily, because in some instances it's also for our actual enemies, being Edomites and heathens and whatnot, but primarily Israelites. Now, the reason why it applies for Israelites is because for the instances of the Israelites, we would pray that if they are in this truth, and we know that they're in this truth, that the intentions are not malicious, and that they will in fact recompense. Let me actually get that, as a matter of fact. Sirach chapter 12, verse 4. Give to the godly man, and help not a sinner. Do well unto him that is lowly, and give not to the godly man. Hold back thy bread, and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby. For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him. Wait. Oh, verse 1, Slakia. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it, so shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. Do good to the good, thou shalt find a recompense, and if not from him, yet from the Most High. So if, say for example, someone borrows, some money from you, okay, that a brother that's in this truth borrows some money from you, okay, if the fact that you lent them that money, but they said, "Oh yeah, I can't pay it back," or whatever, it's this and third, let it ride, let it be okay, all right, because if they don't pay you back, the Lord's going to pay you back, okay. But there's also, if you are being wronged by someone that's someone's stealing money from you, and they're not in this truth or whatever, then the difference would be that if you tried to hold back your bread, or not give it to them, and they still stole it, the Lord wants you to, okay, well, just, that's fine, let it go, don't make a big deal out of stuff. Sometimes you have to have that spiritual discernment to know when to fight for something and when not to fight for something. All right, when to fight for something, when not to fight for something. So in an instance like that, like if you just have your stuff stolen, if the situation applies, then don't try to go fighting for it. Just, take the loss, and the Lord will look after you. But if you lend money to someone that's a known thief, all right, then that's That's a completely different scenario where you are willingly giving up your money to them. You're willingly giving your money to them. You're willingly allowing them to be wicked and stealing. Okay, whereas the recompense or the payback for the money that you willingly gave up to someone that you knew was a thief or wasn't going to pay you back is the value of whatever good you did to them times 2, but it's going to come back as evil to you. All right. So you obviously don't want that. So you're going to have to, attempt to steer clear from that and not just give into evilness. Okay. If they're trying to take it from you. All right. And that's one thing, but you don't need to allow someone to do wickedness to you. If you have the power, of course, do something, but don't make things into so much of a big deal that, okay, yeah, I have to do this, that, and the third, because this is, you don't want to get materialistic, carnal, and think that, oh, I need this money, I need this, blah, blah, blah. All right. Some of these, it's just a matter of spiritual discernment and knowing, like, okay, you know what, this is not worth the fight. It's just this or whatever. I'm just gonna let him have it. Okay, but it's also not a matter of you just giving to him, because if you had the opportunity, if you had the choice, then you wouldn't give it to them. And this is the kind of a bit of the differentiation. All right, so I did. My intentions were to talk about retaliation, but apparently the Spirit brought out another lesson. So Yahawadah, you were able to get the understanding on who our enemies are and who we're supposed to be seeking, or when we're not supposed to be seeking revenge, we're supposed to be leaving it to the Most High to seek revenge for us in our stead. All right. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem YAHAWADAH, double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, DTA Abad Babal, and Shalom.